Rabbi Wine, Reverel Wine, so sein gesund, he says in his book Vintage Wine, he has a great story that he shares. A story about his predecessor at the OU, Rabbi Alexander Rosenberg, Zatzal, a great man who was, I believe, the founder of the Kashrus division in the OU. I think certainly he was the CEO of the Kashrus division for many, many, many years. And Rabbi Rosenberg had a line that he would say whenever somebody tried to sell him on something. And if he sensed that there was something that was perhaps not 100% glatt about the idea, and he wasn't just talking about meat. So Rabbi Rosenberg would sit there, he would listen, and then when you were done, he would say, and was sagt Gott? And what does God say on the matter? What does Hashem say on the matter? Because if Hashem doesn't give his blessing, then this deal is not going to go. And Rabbi Wine says over how during the oil embargo that took place in the 1970s, there was a shortage of glycerin, of kosher glycerin. The problem is there was a company that had its hechsher from the OU, and they needed glycerin, they relied on glycerin, and it was a company, a pharmaceutical company. And chas v'sholom, if they didn't get enough glycerin, glycerin was oil-based, and if they didn't get enough glycerin, they had already pre-printed their labels. And it was 2 weeks worth of labels that were pre-printed, and chas v'chalila, they would have had to use non-kosher glycerin. And there was nothing they were going to do. They were not going to shut down the production lines. They made that very, very clear to Rabbi Wine. So Rabbi Wine had no choice, and he had to put every ounce of effort into trying to find kosher glycerin. Where are you going to find it when there's an oil embargo and nobody has any, and anybody who has any isn't getting rid of it, isn't giving it to you because you need something to be kosher. He finally found an executive on the board of one of the largest glycerin companies, manufacturers in the United States. And he knew, he had heard from Rabbi Rosenberg years earlier that this person was sympathetic toward the OU and its mission. And he spoke to this fellow and he pleaded with him, he begged him, please, we need it. You don't understand how important this is. Chas v'chalila, if these labels go out and they say kosher and it's not kosher, the results would be catastrophic. And this person is listening and he says, okay, Rabbi, I'm going to help you. I'm going to get you 8 carloads of kosher glycerin to help you through this crisis, he says. But he says, Rabbi, I need you to do something for me. So Rabbi Wine thinking to himself, okay, I'll do anything. Yeah, tell me, name your price. Yeah, we'll print you up in the press. We'll give you a good press release. We'll do this. We'll do that. And the guy says, no, you don't understand. That's not what I want. He says, I want you to make sure that Rabbi Rosenberg knows what I'm doing. I want you to make sure that Rabbi Rosenberg is watching this from heaven. The impact that Rabbi Rosenberg, with his yashras, with his glattkeit, with his lifelong struggle, sheyahei shem shamayim misahev al yodcha, the impact that made saved, who knows, countless tens of thousands of Yidden from chas v'sholom being oichel trefas, from being oichel chazir.